Access Television Network presents Bowling for Scholars. Welcome into Spare Time Recreation in the historic village of Whitinsville for episode 15 in our series where bowlers compete to win scholarship money for the private school of their choice. Hi neighbors and welcome into Whitinsville. I'm your host Pete Royce. It's hard to believe this is episode 15. We have two bowlers tonight. They'll be bowling for $150 in scholarship money for the schools of their choice and the possibility of an additional $50 in bonus money if they make the high-low jack. Also, for the winning bowler, if they get 3 marks in a row in one string, an additional $50 here tonight. Let's meet our bowlers here tonight. We welcome them in. First to my left, we welcome in Alicia Record. Alicia, welcome to the show. You're from Halifax. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Halifax, and I love to bowl. I've been bowling since I was little.
Wow, yeah, you've been bowling, you said, 22 years. You have an incredible high game of 181. How did you do that?
I have no idea. I got really lucky that day in that tournament, okay? Let me tell you.
Yeah. So you had, 5 strikes in that game?
5 strikes in a row, yeah.
In a row?
In a row.
You've got it.
So you throw 5 boxes at a time. My first 5 boxes were all strikes.
I don't think I've ever seen that in any level. Well, congratulations. Okay. So who are you bowling here for tonight?
I am bowling for Sacred Heart in Kingston.
Okay. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Stay right there. We also turn to Brittany Underwood. And Brittany, you're from Rockland. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, so I bowl out of Webster Timber Lanes in Abington. I've been bowling for about 21 years. My high single is 152. Yeah.
That's pretty good. And you've been bowling for a long time. So who you'll be bowling for here tonight?
Bay Farm Montessori Academy in Duxbury.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, those are our bowlers, Brittany Underwood and Alicia Record. Our first bowler is next on Bowling for Scholars. Today's scholarships are provided by ABMI and the Neighborhood Kitchen. Special thanks to Spare Time Recreation in Whitinsville, Sport Clips of Milford and Franklin, and Armando's of Worcester. So welcome into episode 15. This is our second series of bowling shows. We had 13 in the first series, and this is episode 2 in our second series, episode 15 overall. And here is Alicia Record with the first ball of the match. She sent it off to the right. Alicia, as you heard, she's from Halifax, Mass. Bowls out of the Webster Timber Lanes in Abington. She had that incredible single of 181. Her second ball comes in a little bit light on the spare attempt here in the first string. 3 strings of open bowling, the total pinfall to determine our winner. Alicia for her third ball of the first frame of the match, and that's a 6. That is a 6. It does not count if you get the alley first. And so Alicia opens up with a 6 box. Pete Royce with you. Our producer today is Tyler James. Our scorekeeper, Ken Baldiga. Here's Alicia on lane 4. Right down the middle. A little bit light. And it leaves, another pin. 2 more pins gone. She's got the 1, 7, 10 in the 6. I'm sorry, in the 4. 1, 4, 7, 10. Looking for the wood. No, it wasn't there. Her average is 95 per string, Alicia Record, bowling for 22 years. And her third ball is going to come in with an 8 box. So 8 box. And she has a 14 to start. And here is Brittany Underwood from Rockland, Mass. She also bowls out of the Webster Timber Lanes in Abington. Her first ball with the orange ball. Wow, that's a bright ball down the lane. She knocked down 4. She likes that orange ball. She leaves a mini triangle. She already has a 1-pin lead in the match. Brittany's average is 102. And the green ball. We have a colorful set of bowling balls here today for Brittany Underwood. And she'll move to lane 4 for her second box. Right down the middle. Nice ball. And she leaves the 1, 3, and the 6 The wood seems to be out of play. Going for the spare. Just misses that head pin. So she'll have a small lead here after 2. So glad you're with us, fans, here on Bowling for Scholars. And she gets a 10. She has a 4-pin lead. 18-14. And Alicia Record spells her last name just like the records. R-E-C-O-R-D. Frame number 3. Oh, she chops out 1 pin, the 6. Alicia's high triple is 352. Her ball veered off to the left. We come to you from Spare Time Recreation in Whitinsville, Mass. For her third ball, and that's going to veer off. That's a 4-box for Alicia. Set 18 after 3. She has a long approach to the lane. Multiple steps, maybe 6 steps or so. Puts it right in the pocket, but a little bit light. 4 pins down, 6 to go. Good second ball. Just missed that head pin. So she'll be open here in frame number 4. Very nice 10 for Alicia. And she's at 28 through 4. Brittany is back up in lane 3. She throws a nice ball. Tough leave, though. Looks like the 5, 7, and 8 missed that deadwood. I think she was going for that deadwood on the right to hope it kicked over to the left. The wood knocked down the lead pin, and then the ball covers the last pin. There's a 9-box. So she's at 27. She's up by 9. Alicia bowling for Sacred Heart School in Kingston. Right in the pocket on the left side. She goes Brooklyn side and spills 8. No box less than an 8 for Brittany to start the game for herself here. For the spare. And it's got it. She got it. She didn't know it went down. She didn't know it went down. It was Alicia who told her, turn around. So Brittany, nice open with an 8, a 10, a 9, and a spare. Here's Alicia, right in the pocket, and she drops 8. That deadwood is splitting the 2 pins. No, it's going to roll out. It's going to roll out, coming back a little bit, and she misfired. She went far left. Looks like the 5 and the 8 pin. And she'll have an 8-box. 36 through 5 for Alicia Record. You heard her say at one point she'd rolled 5 strikes in a row in a league matchup. And the pins are falling. Looks like she's got the back line of 7, 9, and 10. A very unusual leave. A lot of deadwood, though. Looking for a spare. Oh, no, that's going to hit the alley. So that's not going to count. To wrap up her box. That's what she wanted to do. That's what she wanted to do. It was there. But it's a 10, not a spare. 46 through 6 for Alicia Record. Here's Brittany now working on her spare. The orange ball down the lane, and she drops 7. 44. 16-point lead. 16-pin lead for Brittany. For another spare look. No, just missed. Again, no box less than an 8 for Brittany. And it's a 9, 53 through 5. So she's on pace to bowl 100 plus here in this first game. Right down the middle again. She leaves 6 though. Tough spare leave. Looks like the 3, the 8, the 9, and the 10. And no, if you don't hit that head pin, you have a very slight chance of getting a spare. And it's an 8 box. Again, nothing less than an 8 for Alicia Brittany record. She's at 61 through 6. 15-pin lead over Alicia, who's up now on lane 3. It's the first game of 3. Alicia on the head pin. Oh, but a big split, the 5-7 with some wood, which doesn't appear to be in a helpful position. Going for the spare. Takes a bounce. She's there. She's got it. A spare for Alicia record, her first of the match. Beautiful conversion on that. A big split. She played it perfectly. This is her spare fill now. Spare in the 7th. She's in the 8th frame for the spare fill down the middle. And she's got 7. 63. Nice fill. Possible spare leave here. Can she double up? Alicia's got to curve that in, and she does, but she leaves that back pin. Not quite enough on it. But 2 good boxes here for Alicia to finish it off. There it goes, a 10, 27 pins in those 2 boxes. So she goes from 46 to 73. And here's Brittany now. Goes Brooklyn. Leaves the 8 pin and the 1, 3, and the 6. I'm sorry, the 3, 6, and the 10. Just in the middle. Just in the middle. She'll try it again. And she chops out 1. So that's the first 7 that she's had. Her lead, which was at many as 17, is down to 5. 68-63. She throws such a nice looking ball though. 4 pins up. She's opposite a 10 box. Well, she had a 17 pin lead. Now it's 5. She's waiting for that wood to settle, as she should. Now going for it. She's going to hit that dead wood. Didn't really help. So she'll be open. Big split here. A nice try, 9. So she loses 1 more pin off her lead. She leads by 4. Nice comeback here in game number 1. Both bowlers with 1 spare each in this first game through 8 frames. And here's Alicia. And her ball faded and hooked a little bit to the left. Second ball. Good look, good try. Not a lot of action on that ball though. 4 pins still stand. And she's going to get 8. 81. Her average is 95. She'll need a mark to get her average here in the first game of our 3-game match. Oh, this is a double wood on the left. Double wood, the 1 and the 5, the 7 and the 10. Very difficult with the double wood. She's going right for it, though. And she just misses. It would have been a terrific spare. She's already at 90. Trying to make it 91. Can she get it? You bet. 91 for Alicia Record. And here's Brittany. Right in the pocket, and she drops 9. Brittany Underwood with a 9-pin drop. Can she cover the single pin, the 5? It's Brittany against the kingpin. No, she goes wide right. It's so difficult to get that one pin. It's so skinny when it stands alone. And she misses it. So 9-86. It's a 5-pin lead. She picked up 1. Oh, she gets the half Worcester left. The 2 and the 8 go down. 86-81, but she's opposite a 10 box. This could be a little closer, depending on this. A nice look. She got quite a bit of action on the backside. Still leaves the 3, 6, 10, and the 8 to close out game number 1. There it is, the last ball, and she gets a 9. 95-91. Our first game is in the books. Brittany Underwood of Rockland, 95. Alicia Record of Halifax, 91. We're on to game 2. 95-91 after 1, and Alicia Record of Halifax will be first up again on lane number 3. Each bowler with 1 spare, and both bowlers with 7-pin fills on the spare. This is that head pin. Hit the 3-pin, which knocked a few pins down. 1 wobbling on the back line, but it won't fall. Picket fence to the left and 2 back pins. And she's going to get all but 3 to open up game number 2. 1 more ball left. And that's going to misfire. She's going to get a 7 to start game number 2. She's down by 4 pins in the match. Alicia's been bowling for 22 years. Her high single, again, was the 181. Her high triple was 352. That was not the triple in which she got the 181 single. That's interesting. For the spare. Oh, it wasn't there. Head pin still stands. It'll be at least 9 in box number 2. Game number 2 for Alicia Record. And she's going to have a 9. 16 after 2. And here's Brittany Underwood, our leader in the match by 4 pins. But it was a good comeback in game 1. Alicia was down by 16 at one point and then closed it to a deficit of 4. I chatted briefly between games with Brittany. I said, you throw a nice ball. She said, it doesn't feel that way so far today. So we'll see how she does here. 7 pins down, 3 to go. And she leaves the 7-10 for a box of 8. She picks up 1 more pin. She now leads by 5. Pretty good action on that ball on the right side. For a spare. She knew she missed it. As soon as she let it go, she turned her back to the pins. And sure enough, it missed that head pin. And she has an 8. So she'll lose 1 pin in this frame. But it's even in this game, 16 apiece. After 2, so the lead stays at 4 for Brittany Underwood. Here's Alicia Record. Alicia starts her ball off on the right and puts a little hook on it. It does tend to come back in. Oh, looking for that deadwood to come over, but it leaves the number 1 pin. Just misses. A 7, a 9, and a 9 to open up game number 2 for Alicia. Here's frame number 4, second game. Fans, if you'd like to come and watch our recording of Bowling for Scholars, give us a call here at ABMI in Bellingham at 508-966-3234, and we'll tell you when our next show will be recorded from Spare Time. And that's all but the 7. What a good effort by Alicia. We hope to see you here at Spare Time Recreation and enjoy these exciting bowlers as they compete to win scholarship money. It's another 9. 3 9s in a row for Alicia Record. 34 after 4. She was 28 after 4 in the first game. Here's Brittany Underwood. Brittany from Halifax, Mass. Just missed that spare. So she drops 8. She needs 1 to maintain her 4-pin lead. And I'm not sure. What do you think on that? Yes? Off? Gutter ball? It was, I'm sorry, 8 pins? 8, okay. We chatted with her, and again, we got a ruling from her because you cannot score if the ball goes in the gutter. And she was fair enough to say that hit the gutter. So those last 2 pins do not count. She gets an 8 box. So she leads by 3 at the moment. Oh, a nice try there. We could hear Alicia running out, say out to her, that looks like a spare, but it didn't quite finish it off. And it's a 9 box show. She matches the 9 of Alicia, and it's, again, a 3-pin lead in the match. Alicia leads this game by 1 pin, 34-33, but overall she's down by 3. Again, her ball starts and then rolls a little bit left. She's putting that hook on it. You have to time it up with the length of the lane just perfectly to hit that pocket. And that's what she did there. It came in beautifully. Pin still falling. 2 remaining here. Can she get her 4th consecutive 9 or maybe a 10? And she's got the 10. After 3 9s in a row, a 10 box. She's at 44. In the first game, she was at 36 at this point. So she's tracking ahead of game 1. Remember, she had a big spare and a big fill of 7 in box number 7. First frame. It just missed that head pin. Picket fence left, the 1, 2, 4, and the 7. The wood is behind all of the standing pins. Should not be a factor in it. Just missed that head pin. So she's got 9, plus this chance to get another 10. Frame number 6, second game. Will it curl in? No, it's a 9-pin box. Her 4th 9 of the game. 53 after 6. She was at 46 after 6 in the first game. And here's Brittany Underwood with the orange ball. 4 down, 6 to go. Nice ball. She cleared out the diamond on the left. Leaves the 6 and the 10 right. And a 9 box. So she loses 1 pin. It's a 2-pin lead in the match for Brittany Underwood. She's opposite a 9 for Alicia in this 6th frame on lane 4. He chops on the right side. Pete Royce with you. Tyler James producing. Ken Baldiga, our scorekeeper. A good attempt to pick up a big, difficult spare, I should say. Leaves 2. And it's going to be 8. It's a 1-pin match at the moment. 1 pin is the lead for Brittany Underwood. More than midway through the second game, more than midway through the match. Here's Alicia on frame number 7 in the second game. There's that ball hooking in, right in the pocket. And she drops. Is it gonna go down? No, look at that pin wobble. Wow. Beautiful thrown ball by Alicia. Record for the spare. Yes, she got it. Not the way she wanted to play it, but she'll take it. And she spared in the 7th frame in both of the first 2 games. Now for her fill. She had a 7-pin fill in the first game on her spare. Coming in nice. Right in there, and another 7-pin fill. 70 after 7. She was 63 after 7 with another spare leave. The wood could help. Going for it right there. Perfect. Oh, it missed the 10. Look at that pin skate in front. Going for a 10. And that's going to be a gutter ball. That will not count. It didn't take it down anyway. So it's a 9, a 79 after 8 for Alicia. And here's Brittany Underwood. Right on the head pin. She's opposite a 17 box. She's in danger of losing her lead. It was as many as 17 in the first game. And what a spare! What a spare! That's a way to hang on to your lead. Both bowlers with spares in the 7th frame. Brittany for her fill. And she drops 5. So she's at 65. She trails it by 1. Alicia's come all the way back for another spare look. Now it was a lot of double wood. Double wood on the left side and on the right side, plus a back pin. So Alicia will have the lead. And it's a nice box. She had a nice smile on that one. A 75, and the match is tied. We're all tied up after 18 boxes. Here's Alicia on lane number 3. Right in the pocket, but a split. The 4-7 and the 10. There's some wood back there, but one piece rolls off. Tough split here. Going for the 4-7. No, she goes on the right side. She might have been going for that wood to kick it over. That was a good thought. Maybe that wood would bounce around. But she's going to be open here in frame number 9. And it's a 7. So she's at 86. She was at 81 at this stage in the first game. 1 frame left in game number 2. What a match. So tight. Alicia, record. Picket fence right. Is that pin going to go down? Oh my goodness, look at them wobble. 1, 3, 6, and 10 in the 8 pin. They're still wobbling. For the spare. She's right on it. Not a lot of action on that ball. It came in a little bit light. So she'll be open. And that's going to get 7. She'll be at 93. So 91 and a 93 for Alicia. Here's Brittany. And she punches out 2. At this stage, we are tied in the overall match. A nice try for the spare. 2 pins lead. Still up. And Brittany's going to have a small lead here. And she gets a 10. 85. She's down by 1 in the game, but up by 3 in the match. She's opposite a 7. Her ball kind of whistles through there. She's got a possible spare lead, but the way that wood is angled, it may deflect her ball. She's going for it, and she played it beautifully. Didn't quite carry, but she will have a small lead here as we finish up game number 2. And she has an 8. So that game is tied 93 all. The match, Brittany still retains a 4-pin lead as we go get ready for game number 3 on Bowling for Scholars. Welcome back to Spare Time Recreation in Whitinsville. This is our third and final game. It's a 4-pin differential. Brittany Underwood 188, Alicia Record 184 as we start game 3. Right in the pocket, but not much to show for it. 4 down, 6 left. Both bowlers in that second game bowled the exact same score, 93. And ball didn't get in the gutter, but it didn't hook as much as she would have liked. There's the hook. A 7-pin box to open up game number 3. Alicia down by 4 in the match. Alicia from Halifax, Mass. Bowls like Brittany out of the Webster Timberlanes in Abington. Again, her high single was 181, in which she bowled 5 consecutive strikes. I don't think I've ever seen that at any level. Oh, what a try there to finish up with a 9. Wouldn't have been a spare, but a nice out for 16 after 2. That's where she was in game 2 after 2. In game 1, she was at 14. Here's Brittany. In the pocket, and the pins are still falling. She doesn't know it. There's 1 pin left. Surprise, surprise. And that's wobbling. Ooh, the wood is kind of precarious. Going for the spare. No! Just missed it. If the wood was more horizontal than vertical, she would have had it. That's what she wanted to do. A 10 box. So she increases her lead by 3. It's opposite a 9. Oh, 1 pin still up. Her lead is at 7 in the match at the moment, and it stays at 7 because both bowlers bowled a 9. 7-pin lead for Brittany Underwood. Alicia Record will approach lane 3. This is frame number 3, game number 3. 4 down. This is episode 15 in our series, started last year. We have a series of bowling for 13 shows, then we start again. This is our second show of the second series. It's an 8 box. 24 for Alicia. She spells her first name A-L-I-S-H-A. A little different spelling. Right in the pocket. Oh, that 10-pin wouldn't go down. A lot of wood, though. How's she going to play it? This could go for a spare. It's going to go on the right side. It didn't kick over enough. And she'll be open here in frame number 4. $10, 34 after 4. That's where she was in game number 2. Game number 1, she was at 28 at this point. And Brittany is back up. That diamond again on the left side plus a back pin. 5-pin stand. 7-pin lead in the match for Brittany Underwood. And she gets 3 of the 5. If either of these 2 pins go, or both, she'll increase her lead. Opposite an 8 box, and she does pick up another pin. It's 9-28. It's an 8-pin lead in the match now for Brittany. Brittany's high single 152, high triple 367, her average 102. She's been bowling for about 21 years. Cluster of pins on the left and 2 on the right, the 6 and the 10. And she's going to put it in the space in the middle. It's opposite a 10 here, so she could lose some of her lead, but not much because she finishes with an 8. She just loses 2. 36. It's a 6-pin lead for Brittany Underwood. After 4 frames of the third and final game. We'll be talking to our bowlers after the match, so stay tuned for that. We'll be awarding our scholarship money to the Winning Bowlers School of Choice. Alicia, happy to see that 10-pin drop. Alicia is bowling for the Sacred Heart School in Kingston, and Brittany is bowling for Bay Farm Montessori Academy in Duxbury. That ball just didn't hook in. 6-pin standing on the left side of the lane. Oh, she chops out 2, a 6-pin box. 40 after 5 for Alicia. Record? Right in the pocket. Leaves the 5, 7, and the 8. There is wood. Will she go for the wood? Or will she go for the 5 and hope it kicks over? She's going for the 5. Just missed it. If that swung a little bit to the right, she had a chance to make that difficult spare. She'll be open here in frame number 6. No, that's 8. That's 8. Again, if it goes in the alley, it's no good. So it's 48 after 6. The door a little bit open here for Brittany Underwood to increase her lead, which stands at 6. And she goes left side for a 4-pin drop. A little bit far left. She leaves the 3, 6, and the 10 on the right side. And she cleans it up beautifully. She picks up 4 more pins. She's at a 10-pin lead in the match now. 6 pins in this game, and she led by 4 after 2. So it's a 10-pin lead. Puts a little body English on it, drops 6. She's opposite an 8 box. Beautiful shot. Just wasn't there. She'll pick up at least 1 more pin. And she gets a 10. 2 10s for frame 5 and 6. 56. She's got a 12-pin lead now with 4 boxes remaining. Here's Alicia on lane number 3. Would love a mark or 2 here. Ball hooked in beautifully. There's the mark. There's the spare. That's the one she's wanted. She said, finally. And she gets it. What a time for the strike. What a time for the strike. So it's 10 here in the 7th frame plus her next 2 balls. Remember, Alicia once bowled 5 strikes in a row. Way back when, she says. First ball on her fill. It's hooking in there. Oh, a 7-pin drop. Can she convert another spare? It would be a 20-pin box if she does. She hooks it, and it just wasn't there. 9 pins on the fill. 67 through 7. And a nice cover. 77. That's what she was. I'm sorry, she was at 79 in the last game. 77. A 29-pin pair of boxes. Brittany comes back and leaves the 1 and the 10. Reminds me, the winning bowler will have a chance for the 1-7-10. And she's wide. This is going to be very close. And she gets 9. 65. She's up by 2 pins in the match. Trails by 2 here, but she had a 4-pin lead going in. A 2-pin differential. And she's opposite a 10. This would be something if it comes down to the last 2 balls. Right in there, the 1-2 pocket. She leaves 6, the triangle on the right side. 3, 5, 6, and 9. Going for it. And she does not get it. Oh, she had a little grin on her face. Didn't quite get it. And she gets 9. 74. She has a 1-pin lead. She has a 1-pin lead in the final 2. 1 pin is the lead for Brittany Underwood with 2 boxes to go. Here's Alicia. Frame number 9, 3rd game. Tries to hook it in. She does. Comes up a little thin though. 5 pins down, 5 to go. It's a 1-pin lead after all of these boxes. Trying to cover for a spare. No, 9. Well, she's making it difficult, though, for Brittany. 9 is a nice box. She may get a 10 out of it. Does she cover the pin? No, it's a 9-pin. 86. Her final frame. Game number 3. She needs a 9 to get her average, which is 95. The ball is coming in nice. It comes in too full. Too full on the head pin. 5 down, 5 to go. Her last box of the match. It's going to go on the right side. Good ball there. Just missed that lead pin. So now let's see if she goes for the 2 on the left side. Not sure what she did, but it's a 7. 93. Second time she's bowled a 93. Games 2 and 3, 93. She's at 277. Here's Brittany. She gets 2. She has a 1-pin lead in the match. She's opposite a 9 box. Wow, that's an 8. It's exactly tied right now. The match is tied right now. And now she's got a 2-pin lead. She leads by 2, opposite a 7. Ball goes left. Good back action. 5 down. 89. We're tied. She needs 1 pin to win the match on 2 balls. And there it is. She wins it with a spare. She had a good chuckle over it. She wins it with a spare. She needed 6. She gets 10 plus a ball. It's at 94. Stay tuned for our interviews. And the high-low jack. For the spare to finish it up. right in the pocket for 9. What a finish. 94-103. So she finishes with 291 to 277. Today's scholarships are provided by ABMI and the Neighborhood Kitchen. Special thanks to Spare Time Recreation in Whitensville, Sport Clips of Milford and Franklin, and Armando's of Worcester. Okay, welcome back. This is for an additional $50. Brittany Underwood is our winner. She's going to go for the 1-7-10, the high-low jack, 1 ball. Lane 4, here she goes. And she's got a chance, just missed it on the right side. We'll talk to our bowlers next on Bowling for Scholars. Well, it's all over. What a match today. It came down to the final frame, and Brittany Underwood of Rockland wins it by the score of 291 to 277 over Alicia Record of Halifax. Alicia, it was so close. Brittany had to come through. She needed a 6 box at the last frame, and she gets 19. That kind of sealed the deal.
Oh, yeah, I saw that coming. She's a great bowler.
Yeah. You tell us about your strike in the third frame, right in the pocket. They all went down.
It was the only ball that felt good. Yeah, but no, I just released the ball, kept my arm straight, and everything worked.
I thought maybe you'd have one of those 5 strikes in a row thing like you had once in your career.
No, that's a one-time only thing.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
It was great having you, Alicia Record. Now our champ here, we have Brittany Underwood, 291 to 277. What were you thinking in that last frame? You needed a 6, and you came in with 19.
Well, I heard you say I needed a 6, so the pressure was really on. But once I saw the leave after the first ball, I thought, I think I can do this. So that's all I needed. The fill didn't even matter at that point. But the fill was great, so I'm happy with that.
You had a big lead in the first game, and then Alicia came back, and it was the exact same, 93 all in game 2. Set up a 4-pin lead. It was nip and tuck. Did you feel confident?
I actually didn't today. I struggle on these lanes, so I knew it was going to be a challenge.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to have our check presentation coming up. So we're going to award this check to you. You can hold that up to the Bay Farm Montessori Academy in, let's see, where are they? Duxbury. Mm-hmm. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, that's our champion, Brittany Underwood. She wins it 291 to 277. Thanks for watching here. For our crew, this is Pete Royce for Tyler James and Ken Baldiga. See you next time on Bowling for Scholars.